Welcome to Newsline Proper. Across the world, natural skincare products are gaining attention, and one traditional gem leading the trend is the African black soap, or Oshedudu in Yoruba. Yes. Known for its healing property, this age-old soap is moving from local markets to global beauty shelves. Eniola Adeyemo tells us how this humble product is now bringing pride, livelihood, and renewed confidence to many.
Generations across West Africa, a simple bar of dark, earthy soap has remained a household treasure. African black soap, or Oshedudu, as the Yorubas fondly call it. Traditionally handcrafted from nature's own ingredients, such as cocoa pod ash, palm oil, shea butter, and sometimes plantain skin. It has been a trusted beauty companion long before modern skincare brands arrived.
We can mix honey with it and camwood. We have coconut oil, turmeric. We can use it to do it.
Today, that same age-old formula is finding new life not only on bathroom shelves, but also in global markets, from rural workshops to urban boutiques. What once began as a local skincare staple is now fueling thriving small-scale enterprises. Experts say African black soap is rich in antioxidants and helps treat acne, eczema, and hyperpigmentation. Dermatologists add that being free from synthetic additives, it's often more gentle on sensitive skin than most commercial soaps.
It also contains natural vitamins that are beneficial for your skin, and it cleanses the skin so well that it cleans deep into your pores, thus stripping the skin of its natural protective barrier, what scientists call the natural flora of the skin.
But beyond glowing reviews and skin benefits lies a deeper story, one of heritage and pride in many Nigerian families. Oshedudu, aside being a soap, also has a link to ancestry. A recipe passed from mothers to daughters, symbolizing beauty rooted in nature and tradition.
Black soap has been doing a great job because some other kind of soap that I use, I end up maybe getting eczema.
My skin was having reactions to, I don't know, whatever materials in the soap I was using before.
It will clean all the dirties in the body. So it's very good soap.
As global demand grows, local women's cooperatives, small-scale producers are reaping the benefits, exporting black soap to Europe, America, and beyond. For these women, every bar sold serves as a product and a story that speaks empowerment, sustainability, and enduring value of African craftsmanship. From the clay pot of village workshops to the glass shelves of international stores, African black soap continues to shine a humble symbol of Africa's natural beauty.
Black soap, very good. Many of us used black soap and are still using it. Sincerely, the benefits to the skin cannot be traded. Now, once upon a time, goldsmithing was one of the most celebrated professions, a symbol of skill, creativity, and wealth. It was a craft that adorned people with beauty, passed down from one generation to the other. Today, this once glittering trade is losing its shine. The art of goldsmithing now faces the threat of extinction, as modern technology and changing tastes push traditional artisans on the margins. Lekun Agmode takes us into the world of the few remaining goldsmiths struggling to keep the ancient craft alive.
This place is in the popular Itoku market in the ancient city of Abeokuta, Ogun State, once a glittering hub for goldsmiths and lovers of jewelry. Today, the story is different. The furnaces are cold, the two silent, and the once bustling center of gold refining now deserted.
People used to be wary of passing through here due to the quantum of refining activities. I had about 6 apprentices, but now things have changed.
Only 3 elderly men, Wahab Alani, Solomon Afolabi and Peter Gbadebo still show up at their almost deserted stores. In their 80s, they carry the weight of trading tradition and uncertainty about the future of goldsmithing in Abeokuta.
Our people from the north have made the situation worse. They have gone to houses to buy all the gold. Those golds that we and even our fathers have redefined. Ibadan, where we buy materials, the situation has changed.
The current policy of government has changed everything. We don't have gold to refine again. It is the fake products that are now in vogue.
We don't have apprentices learning this craft again due to the situation. How will an apprentice learn? No work to do.
Their hammers and bellows no longer sing, yet they return daily, refusing to surrender to idleness and still hopeful that with government support, the craft could be revived.
The Bible says, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. We are hopeful. The craft we have been engaging in since our youth days, can we change profession at this age? We have to be hopeful.
A few steps away in Imoitoku area, younger goldsmiths, Latif Lawal and Adebayo Ishota, still manage a handful of clients, bringing gold for refining. Their determination offers a glimmer of hope that the age-old craft may yet survive.
Though the situation is not the way it used to be, we are still getting some work to do on both the original and the fake ones. We are grateful.
Goldsmithing is a lucrative craft that earns us lots of profits.
From the fading glow of Itoku market comes a silent reminder that one of Nigeria's ancient crafts is slipping slowly into oblivion, waiting for a spark to shine again.
Well, skills and creativity will tell the difference anytime, but they need to move with the trend. It is that time of the year again when the Obi of Onitsha commune with his people in a colorful display of royalty, tradition and thanksgiving. The 23rd annual Ofala Festival brought together sons and daughters of Onitsha from home and abroad to celebrate their heritage, appreciate God for a fruitful year and renew the bond between the throne and the people. Steve Lonanwokolo reports that the festival remains a unifying force.
Every culture tells its story, some through words, others through reading, color and dance. In Onitsha, that story comes alive through the grandeur of the Ofala Festival, a royal pageantry that unites tradition, spirituality and community pride. The term Ofala comes from the Igbo words Ofo, meaning authority, Anala, meaning land, together symbolizing the king's sacred authority over his people and territory. Obi of Onitsha, Igwe Alfred Nnemeka Achebe, makes his majestic appearance after days of seclusion and spiritual renewal. In full royal regalia, he performed the traditional war dance, a symbolic expression of strength and divine connection, to the chants and praise songs of his subjects. The red-cap chiefs also displayed their graceful dance steps, while various villages and clans take turns to pay homage, renewing their allegiance and reaffirming the deep bond between the throne and the people. The caliber of dignitaries in attendance underscored the festival's message of unity and cultural harmony.
To promote unity, promote resilience, and uphold our enduring communal values. Our community development program under its advancement foundation.
It was very important for Mr. President, for us, for me, to come and represent the Federal Republic of Nigeria and also to show the kind of partnership and the importance that this culture has in terms of how we can boost Nigeria.
The second day transforms Onitsha into a carnival of color,
a celebration of identity and continuity. 8 braids in bright attires parade proudly before the Obi. Each display a reminder that tradition lives on through generations.
This celebration has to do with celebration of royalty.
It's now on the tourism map of Nigeria. It's a great occasion, great history.
We are celebrating the fact that Igbo is alive to celebrate another Ofala.
For the people of Onitsha, Ofala Festival symbolizes homecoming, a renewal of faith in culture, leadership, and shared heritage. As it continues to draw global attention, the Ofala Festival remains a shining reflection of Igbo pride and a vital thread in Nigeria's cultural tapestry.
Beautiful, our culture, our identity. Still on culture and tradition. They say walls have ears, but in Nigerian palaces, they also speak through colors, carvings, and symbols. Tales of power, pride, and ancestry are told through words. Tonight on Newsline, Rosemary Mutlink Bilal explores how tradition and artistry unite to keep royal heritage alive through the silent walls of history.
Glitter, not with gold. They stone, not with size. And though silent, they speak with meaning. Across Nigeria, a traditional ruler's palace is a memory molded in clay, carved in wood, and stitched into fabrics. Every pattern and sculpture tells a story older than walls. From royal stools to oven wall patterns, every object is a storyteller. The colors reflect harmony. The symbols speak courage, and even the shadows remind all that this is who we are. In northern Nigeria, like Joa Palace and Sakariyi of Karo Kingdom, art is a royal duty, identity and culture that is so much cherished and respected.
The design in a palace is a design that will beautify each palace, at every palace in the world, not even Nigeria, especially the one you see here, to show that the palace is a royalty.
We always see a lion, as we call it in our language, is Gaba. That is, you know, lion is the father of all animals. That signifies the power of a human.
In Yoruba land, the Afin symbolizes authority and culture. The Ade or crown embodies the king's power and divine link.
In part of Yoruba, they are warriors. So when you enter the palace, you see the way you see the decoration, it means it will tell you that these people here around this place, they are the warriors.
In Igbo land, Omenala, the Igbo code of tradition, honors ancestors and community, while the kola nut stands for peace and unity.
The palace in Igbo land is where the cultural heritage of every community is preserved. That is where we gather when it's time to do New Year Festival. That is where we gather, even in the terms of batting, assuming somebody commits murder. It's also in the palace that issues are being resolved.
These symbols reflect respect to elders, identity, values, unity and connection to the unseen world. They are bridges between past and present, reminding all that culture lives, breathes, and reigns in symbols too proud to be forgotten.
Palace decorations in Nigeria are not just beautiful, they also hold significant cultural and symbolic meaning. They reflect the kingdom's history, spiritual beliefs, and cultural values, and are often used to convey messages about power, authority, and identity.
Thank you, Rosemary. Now let me help the Gen Zs. These walls speak through inscriptions, hidden graffiti, and acoustics. They could pass as whispering galleries for visitors and the Gen Zs as well. Thank you so much, Rosemary. Now let's take another break. Newsline will be back shortly. Glad to know you're still there, and this is Newsline, where we tell stories that matter. A beautiful friendship between Oloruntobi Dare and Oladipo Olutade has blossomed into a lifelong union sealed in a grand ceremony filled with joy and elegance. Oloruntobi, daughter of Sunday Dare, former Minister of Youth and Sports, and now Special Advisor to the President on Public Communications and Orientation, exchanged vows with Oladipo in the presence of family, friends, and dignitaries who gathered to celebrate their love. Hingino John Adams tells us about their chemistry.
Oloruntobi and Oladipo exchanging marital vows with love shining brighter through their eyes.
My personal testimony is that God is the master and orchestrator of my life. You come from me, friends, always.
With hearts full of joy and souls now entwined, they promise to navigate life's journey together, building a home that will inspire other hearts. The words of wisdom from the priest serve as a guiding light, offering valuable tips to ensure their marriage flourishes.
The first key that will help you in getting the best out of your marriage is to understand the purpose of marriage.
And now to the reception, an explosion of excitement, laughter, merriment and music, as the couple's friends and family gathered to celebrate their union. The dance floor transforms into a dazzling spectacle with electrifying moves that lighten up the event. The proud parents, beaming with joy, take to the floor, creating unforgettable moments with their beloved children. Daddy's graceful moves with his radiant daughter, now Mrs. Oladipo Olutade, and Mommy swaying to the rhythm with her son stole the show. The pièce de résistance is the cake-cutting ceremony, witnessing the newlyweds sharing a tender moment.
Love, congratulations.
She's a very nice person, and it's not to me, it's to everybody. So, when someone is not selectively nice, it means that's genuinely who they are. So, that was what made me stay.
He's a very kind man to everyone.
Prayers pour in from loved ones, wishing the couple a lifelong journey of love, peace, and happiness.
I bless them. I pray for them that God will make the union a perfect one. God will favor them.
I prayed for them that the Lord will grant them wisdom. You need a lot of wisdom, patience, perseverance.
They should build the family on the foundation of Jesus Christ. They should be prayerful.
I wish that this marriage will be blessed by God and will bear many fruits.
My advice is that they don't allow third party in their own.
One person has to be the head, the other has to be the neck. That is how you have peace in the home.
Together, they promise to inspire generations to come.
Congratulations to Toby and Tade. We wish them all the best. In a world where excellence wears many faces, hers stood out graceful, firm, and deeply inspiring. After years of dedicated service, General Manager NTA International, Oganya Simon, has taken a bow from active service, leaving behind not just an office, but a legacy built on passion, empathy, and brilliance. From the newsroom to the boardroom, she wore many hats with effortless charm. So, colleagues and loved ones gathered to honor a woman whose footprints will continue to illuminate the corridors of the nation's television network. Charles Alpha tells us more.
She is not just virtuous, but a woman many describe as noble. A rare blend of grace, surrounded by her family and another family she built through years of service. The NTA family. Mrs. Simon Oganya bows out in applause. Her journey crowned with love, respect, and gratitude. From her early days in administration to her rise as general manager of stations, and notably that of NTA International, Mrs. Oganya was a mentor, leader, mother figure, and friend.
I still want to have you around for so many reasons.
For the Director General of NTA, Abdul Hamid Dembus, letting her go isn't just so easy. She was the silent strength behind many of NTA's successes, a woman who believed that leadership meant service.
Here I call her Madame, but in the last 2 weeks, I have changed that Madame to Mama. Well, to say the least, Madame has impacted so much into the system. She has paid her dues. And for me, as an individual, she has contributed so much to what we have been able to achieve so far.
Personally, I relied heavily on her counsel whenever clarity was needed. Her guidance was always clear, precise, and deeply rooted in the ethos of service.
I want to congratulate you on your career, marked by excellence and dedication.
We were single together, living our lives normally, and later when I was getting married, she played the active role as if she's really part of my family.
She is a boss that will mentor you without hiding any detail.
Her legacy, a station transformed, a team inspired, and a generation that learned that greatness is not a title, but impact.
I want to thank God for seeing me through these 35 years. It's not by my power. I return all the glory to God. Whatever I've been able to do in NTA, I did it because I've worked with senior colleagues, bosses, and colleagues that were very supportive.
This job is not easy for women, especially young women, women of childbearing age and all that. So the advice I will give is hang in there. Put in your best and the sky will be your limit.
Mrs. Simon Oganya leaves behind lessons. Be selfless. Make your mark while you can.
It's a friendly person, but somebody who does not take nonsense.
I must say I will miss her. We've learned so much from her.
Congratulations, Ma. We wish you all the best in this new phase. Now to another inspiring woman, Sarah Sander. At 60, she celebrated. We are celebrating as broadcaster and former presenter of the NTA, who remains a symbol of grace, warmth and inspiration. Annie Daniels reports that the celebration of her birthday was an evening filled with heartfelt tributes to a life of impact, kindness and excellence.
Here comes the birthday girl, graceful, radiant and full of life. Sarah Sander at 60 symbolizes a picture of gratitude, retired yet far from tired, accomplished yet ever humble.
Sarah is a very, very nice girl. She's very quiet. She's unassuming.
Commitment to work and to duty. And all I can wish her is just the very best.
Always in perfect control. And so she was really a big asset.
They gave Sarah a book to read. And Sarah read everything on the page of that book. I was not convinced. How can a 2-year-old girl read? Again, it's a function of character. And the character we all knew and grew up with when we all used to watch the tube in our various homes. Well done.
She will celebrate 70, 80, 90, 100 in Jesus' name.
Well-wishers stand out to celebrate a woman whose voice once brightened homes across the nation. The evening breeze carried the rhythm of laughter, love and old school tunes. Trust music lovers. they did justice to every bit. And yes, the NTA family, past and present, showed up in full force, a testament to the warmth and goodwill she has shown over the years.
NTA women, they know they carry last. Now we drum, then they take call Mesuya. Because you know what? NTA girls remain girls for life.
Sarah and I traversed about 25 states in America, I guess, to produce a documentary that we tagged Harvest on the Horizon. We worked up close.
She has done excellently well, and like I started with the human relations, we've maintained an excellent relationship till today.
Today we are going to inaugurate Sarah into our group of broadcast veterans.
Goodwill Ambassador of Age, Friendly Services and Elder Justice Advocacy.
Round of applause for that.
Sarah, welcome to the 6th floor and wish you all happiness.
At 60, Sarah Sanda still radiates the charm and cheer that made her a household name. Her heart remains as big as her smile, ever ready to embrace, encourage and inspire.
NTA taught me a lot of things. It exposed me to the world. It took me to places that I never dreamt I would go to. And it also afforded me the opportunity of being able to relate with people at very high levels.
Sarah Sanda at 60, beautiful inside and out.
Of course, Annie. And to Sarah, like we call her, keep glowing, and 60 truly looks good on you. Congratulations. Now, the largest television network in Africa, NTA, had a day of encomia at an event in Lagos to showcase the future of sports entertainment. The event brought together icons in the nation's sports broadcasting industry, including executives of NTA and Sporty TV, whose relationship has been yielding results. Olumide Guntola reports.
From inception, live telecast of sporting events and matches like this is the delight of a Nigerian television authority, NTA, through its sports channel to the admiration of viewers in Africa and beyond. This single art has brought joy and happiness to the homes and centers of its viewer, promoting unity, teamwork and tolerance. Improving on this professional call mandate has given birth to the fruitful relationship with Sporty TV, Africa's fast-growing free-to-air sports channel. This gathering of executives of both parties in Lagos that had in attendance Director of Marketing NTA, Hawa Nimiel, and Zonal Director NTA Lagos Network Center, Evelyn Unwosu, was the fertilizer needed for improved service delivery for NTA and Sporty TV Online with international standards.
When we set off on a mission to bring sports to the nation, it only made sense to go directly to the biggest player. And we believe that a partnership with NTA allows us to redefine the consumption of sports content in this country. The relationship with NTA is strong and is good. Director Dembos has been very gracious with us, giving us time when I spend with him in Abuja. As you can see, the Director of Marketing was here today. It's a testament to our relationship that they've taken the time out to show solidarity with us. The present is the games we show on the weekend right now. The future could be anything. Our goal is to build something unique in Africa.
Giants in the industry who commended NTA for its role in broadcasting over the years described NTA as second to none.
Anybody that is involved in sports today, there's no way you didn't have part of that love from NTA's coverage, because that was the only thing we knew back in the days.
NTA have some of the biggest eyeballs that are in the federation, and Sporty TV is also trying to get to that level where there are quite a lot of eyes that come to watch Sporty TV, and it's a great partnership to see NTA and Sporty TV.
The interaction with Sporty TV United Kingdom correspondent Kelechi Anyikude also shows that NTA remains the trailblazer in live broadcast of sporting events.
NTA, the track record is enormous, you understand, and showing Premier League on NTA for me is a big thing,
Of course, we lead and others follow. Let's take some messages. Newsline will be right back. Welcome back. Innocence shattered, dreams interrupted, and put in darkness forever. That's the story of 7-year-old Rukaya, who now battles with pain and trauma after her cousin allegedly plucked out her eye, a tragedy that has left a community in Bauchi in disbelief. Marianne Obala tells us more.
At just 7 years old, Rukaya is the picture of innocence, a bright and cheerful girl who is full of life. But her peaceful life now hangs in the air due to a cruel twist of fate. Rukaya was brought to the hospital in critical condition after her cousin allegedly attempted to remove her eyes. A horror her young mind cannot. Her father, still in shock and overwhelmed with grief, says he cannot understand what could have pushed his sister's son to commit such a heartless act.
I was called that Awal has removed my daughter's eyes. I reported the case to the police and they refer us to the hospital.
Both eyes had actually been enucleated. The child has lost both eyes completely.
Family members of the suspect described him as a troubled youth whose behavior has long raised concern within the community.
I wish I was dead, not to see this day. I don't like anything that will annoy my brother.
The incident is yet another wake-up call. Religious and community leaders are warning that rising cases of moral decay and criminalities must be urgently addressed.
That there is high level of insecurity in the state and that there is need for the security agencies to be more proactive. But I think basically what is happening is unemployment.
Moral behavior is instilled in a child from birth.
They are calling for a return to strong family values, closer community watch, and renewed moral teachings to ensure that children like Rukaya can grow up in a society where their dreams are protected, not destroyed.
This is really unacceptable. It should not be wished on anyone. It means she has to learn everything all over. She needs support to navigate this new path. We'll follow up on the story and bring you updates regularly. Now, still on morals and society, is fashion today an expression of freedom or a slippery slope into indecent dressing? That's the question sparking debates across campuses, churches, and even family living rooms. For some, daring outfits reflect youthful creativity and confidence. For others, they signal a worrying drift from cultural and moral values. Parents, peer groups, media, and the fashion industry are all caught in the crossfire of blame. Tonight, Ifoma Ihoji asks, where do we draw the line between self-expression and societal values?
From bare tummies and midriff bearing tops to ripped jeans that reveal more than they conceal, a bold new fashion wave is sweeping through society. But in Bayelsa State, not everyone is applauding.
Any form of dressing that exposes sensitive part of our body, either a woman or a man, can be involved in indecent dressing.
And especially the ladies, the wear this thing that they said is fashion, is a trend, and all their bobs are out. That cannot be considered as a modest dressing.
While fashion has always evolved, many now question whether today's trendsetters are sacrificing cultural pride and modesty for fleeting validation on social media and among peers.
It's at the cost of the person who is dressing indecently, because I mean it exposes your body, which is morally and socially not correct, and it endangers you to those involved in social vices.
There is actually nothing to gain from exposing yourself and being practically naked.
Critics point to the entertainment industry, foreign influences and even lapses in parenting. But is it really that simple?
The mother, the father, they are investing time in looking at what the child is doing, especially at the home front. When they go out, they will represent properly.
In our own way, my colleague and I try to dramatize the role parents are expected to play. We ask viewers to focus on the message rather than acting. We are journalists, not actors.
Dress like this, get back in there and dress properly. Dare to be different.
The mother has a greater role. As a matter of fact, all of us men are groomed by our mothers.
For generations, Nigeria's culture has celebrated beauty with decency. Some say what we see today is more than a change of clothes, rather a reflection of values under pressure.
There's nothing appealing when a woman opens her breast or opens her thighs. There's nothing there. It doesn't add anything to the culture.
Freedom, elders one, comes with responsibility, and the real concern goes beyond fashion to the growing disconnect between identity and appearance. Religious institutions, schools and families all have a role to play. Experts recommend values-based education, media literacy and mentorship to help young people balance modernity and morality. As clothes meet culture, perhaps the real dress code you need is one that treats self-expression with self-respect. At the end, it's not just about what you wear, but about what you represent.
Okay, you just need to dress the way you want to be addressed. And let's not forget, what we see in society is what is churned out from homes. Parents have a lot to do raising their children and instilling the right values. Better still, emulate us at the NTA. We dress well. Of course, we do. In a society where driving commercial buses is still widely seen as a man's job, a group of bold women in Benin City, Edo State, are writing the script. They're stepping behind the wheels of commercial buses, breaking stereotype and inspiring a new generation by showing that gender is no barrier to skill, strength or success. Let's hear from our correspondents.
Some men complain too much when it comes to transportation. They say there is no money in it. But when we, the women, started doing it, we discovered that was just fallacy.
From the early hours of dawn, these women revved their engines and hit the roads, ferrying passengers across Benin's busy streets to make a living and also change perceptions. Despite enduring skepticism, harassment, and the pressures of balancing family life, they are proving that resilience and determination can thrive even in the toughest spaces.
Having started this work, I was able to meet up my daily needs for my children, and I meet a lot of customers. Some encourage me. It has really changed the narrative of my family standard of living.
I started driving since at 12, so I've been finding it very easy, and I like doing it. As it is now, this is my personal vehicle. We have so many women in Benin Metropolis now doing it. At times we see ourselves on the way, we just hail ourselves. Ah, babe, how far now you do all those kind of things?
It has happened in many ways. People to know people, to communicate with people, to know different kind of people. We women, some will say the job is called the long bus, but they're afraid about the size. You should come and apply, there's something there.
Even the mini buses, we always want to come to your front, just to test you. Now woman be this, they will just enter and mash one brake. Why you too, you will struggle to mash your own brake and cut your hand, unless the next thing you hear is boy. It's a job, it's a profession, and it's also a talent.
Some passengers express surprise and admiration for their confidence and skill. Others recount the novelty of being driven by a woman, an experience that challenges old assumptions and sparks new conversations about gender roles.
It all depends on you, on mindsets too. Instead of you being idle, begging in the streets. When you know you have the strength, you can do anything to put food on your table.
We do always set our boss. With the pressure we will. I like her. I feel so. She drives well. I like her.
Being the pilot of this bus is very good. At least the woman, she's industrious.
Beyond the steering wheels and city traffic lies a deeper story. Women fighting for dignity, independence, and the right to choose any career path. Their journeys echo the saying, what a man can do, a woman can do just as well, if not better, and reflect a quiet revolution taking place on Nigeria's roads.
And I heard there are actually better drivers on the road. All right, moving on. As global economic pressures deepen, survival has become a daily act of innovation for many families across the globe. In the heart of Abuja State, a striking new trend is emerging in local markets: live chicken. One sold whole is now being bought in parts. Neka Ono says it's an act that stirs both nostalgia and silent prayers for a return to better days when food was affordable and choices weren't so constrained.
In the bustling markets of Aba, a quiet transformation is reshaping how families put food on the table and how traders stay in business. Not too long ago, buying a whole chicken was a routine affair for many, costing between 3,000 and 5,000 naira, except during festive seasons when prices could climb to 7,000 or 8,000 naira. Fast forward to today, and the same bird now sells between 15,000 and 30,000 naira, far beyond the reach of many households. Faced with this reality, poultry sellers are thinking outside the crate.
Due to economic situation of the country at the moment, so many farmers had to stop.
Meet Mrs. Ngozi Arinze, a seasoned trader with over a decade in the poultry business. Like many of her peers, she has to reinvent the way she sells, cutting up live chickens and offering them in parts to groups of 5 to 7 customers at a time. She no longer waits for customers who can afford to buy whole birds. Instead, she prepares the chicken, knowing it will be shared among multiple buyers, each one just trying to take home a piece. For Mrs. Arinze, it's a tough call, but a necessary one.
Transportation is what has increased the cost of chicken here. What we are cutting is to enable the masses to have access to chicken, not when they have enough money for a full chicken, a live chicken. We have those of 2,000.
If you do not sell it all, you put it on the fridge or you keep it on the cold room to preserve the meat so that the next day the thing will still look fresh and good, so that customer will be able to buy it.
And then the question is, how are they being packaged? What is there a package where this things more like a container where they are being exposed to without having external interference, like say flies that carry bacteria?
One of them is Chika John, a mother of 3, who says buying chicken parts has become a coping strategy for many others around her.
Full chicken is from 8,000, 10,000 upwards. So at the moment, if you don't have such amount of money, you will come over this side and buy a half, which they sell from the rate of 4,000, 5,000, which is the lower price. So the way economy changes, that is also the way we change for it.
Still, it is a story of adaptation as Nigerians are once again proving their ability to adjust, survive, and feed their families however they can.
Neka, the days are getting better. Let's look out for the boom. Let's take our last break. You're still watching Newsline. A loved personality with an incredible and enviable persona departed this world recently at the age of 81. She's Eme Etim Akpan, the co-composer of Nigeria's national anthem, Arise, O Compatriots, in 1978. She was a papal medalist who devoted her life and time to serving God and humanity in different capacities. From Cross River to Port Harcourt and many other states, she left indelible marks in the education sector and geriatrics. Co-composing the anthem was one of her rich legacies, filled with inspiration. Eme Etim Akpan passed on 15th of September 2025. This Mass, a night of songs, commenced at burial rites, where Father Isaac Ose reminded the congregation that holiness remains the pathway to God. Eme Etim Akpan, born on the 30th of November 1944, forged a path of excellence in the banking industry in the 70s and rose through the ranks. With an impeccable track record, late Eme Etim Akpan in 1992 was honored with the Benemerenti Medal by the Holy See of Apostolic Catholic Church. Also at a Requiem Mass, preceding her interment, family and close associates eulogized her passion for service and national values.
My mom was my lifeline. She was everything we knew. The woman that I would wish to be her child again.
Sister has left an indelible mark on the sands of time that, as a family, we cannot forget.
She was a wonderful woman. She was supportive and understanding.
She was a woman of great achievements, an author, philanthropist who loved horticulture and held several positions in different fields of endeavor. She was interred at the Guduk Cemetery. A Thanksgiving service climaxed her burial. May her soul rest in peace. And now, as the night folds its wings over our nation's dreams, in every struggle a story is born. In every act of kindness a light is kindled. And in every heart that still believes, hope finds its home. These are the threads that weave our nation's soul, stories of grace, greed, and unyielding beauty of humanity. As we close tonight, may the echoes of these stories remind us that even in the darkest hours, there's always light if we choose to see it. Let hope guide your tomorrow. I'm Elizabeth Omori. To have a great night.